Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine, looking at a hot and humid day for us here across the Gulf Coast. You remember the great conditions we had all last week with that dry air in place that even kind of held into the weekend a bit. Well, that's all gone now. We're fully into the muggy air, and it's going to be uncomfortable here in the coming days and hot and humid and all that normal stuff that we would typically have in August. We had a break, enjoyed it while it lasted, but now we're back at the mugginess. You can see that here on the water vapor loop over here. You can see the mugginess that has worked its way on in. The drier air is over around Atlanta now, so it has moved away from us. The dew points are solidly in the lower 70s here for us today. That means solidly up in muggy territory. Remember, dew points is think of it more of a scale, not as a temperature. In the 70s, that's pretty muggy. That's summertime muggy. Now, it can get worse. We can see dew points in the mid to upper 70s, and every once in a while, particularly in coastal areas, every once in a while we can get a dew point of 80. It's not very often, thankfully, but it does happen from time to time in the summer. For us today, the low 70s is pretty muggy. It's muggy enough. It's muggy enough to where you notice it and where it feels pretty sticky outside. And it's going to lead to triple-digit heat index values, and really that's going to be the case from here on out. So here on out through the rest of August, obviously for this week, and for at least the first week of September as well, we're going to continue to see triple-digit heat index numbers out there for us. Let's check out the futurecast. Pretty quiet. We will see a few pop-up showers and storms today. Not widespread, but there will be a couple out there. And the ones that we do get likely could be briefly heavy with some lightning and thunder. The highs today, well up into the 90s once again for most of us. So it's going to be pretty hot. 96 in Lucedale and Calvert, 95 in Grove Hill, 90 in Molino, 89 in Milton out there this afternoon. So a hot day here for us all the way around. Tonight you get off work, maybe got some things to run around and do. Your kids may have a practice or something like that. Temperatures here will be in the 80s as we head on into the evening. So very warm and sticky out there for us tonight. Out in the tropics, we do have an area that has been marked up. It's been a while since we've seen this, but we have one now. And you notice it's only a 20% chance over 7 days. Now, does that mean that nothing's going to develop out there? No. More likely is what we're looking at here is that we're looking at longer than 7 days for this to develop, okay? So if this was a next 9 days outlook, it might be 40 or 50%. So we're just kind of getting out ahead of it. We just know this region out there in the Atlantic is just going to be ripe for development within about a week or so, and we'll start seeing some issues. So, and, you know, we're moving from August into September this weekend. September is the height of hurricane season. I fully anticipate things will start opening up, and we'll start seeing a number of tropical systems developing. Having little lulls here and there in the season is not unusual, like what we have had last week or so. So there it is, the tropics. You can see there's some storminess there across the intertropical convergence zone, and there's some more about to come off of Africa. So watch out, get ready. Tropical season is going to be back at us. All right, let's check out your long-range forecast. This is, of course, the 7-day forecast, and I'll go ahead and go full screen so you can see it well better. We're going to move into a very typical August summertime pattern here over the next several days. Temperatures generally be in the low 90s. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly in the afternoons. We'll see triple-digit heat index values every single afternoon. So once again, a very typical dog days of summer forecast as we wrap up August and then we move into September, the second half of the weekend. Of course, we also have Labor Day there as well down the line on that following Monday. I'll go ahead and put up the 10-day forecast. Doesn't really show a whole lot different, just more scattered showers and storms for the rest of the week beyond the Labor Day holiday. Once again, that's a very typical forecast for the dog days of summer. Hot and humid, hazy, scattered showers and storms mainly in the afternoons. So be prepared to deal with the heat. It's just going to be out there with us, the heat and the humidity, as we continue to roll our way through the end of August. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10.